Are you looking for a podcast about the excitement of eggs?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you?
I'm feeling okay. Feeling flexible. How are you?
Nice. I want to tell you something weird.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
We're starting it weird.
I'm doing okay, but I just need to tell you something. Have you ever known about my like one messed up toe?
I know you have a toe that's like got ingrown toenails all the time, and you have like half a toenail left because the doctors took the other way. Took the other half away.
Okay. So it's doing its thing again. It's being weird, right?
Okay.
So Taylor's reading up some stuff, and she goes, check this out. She goes, I found out what well, I hope that's what the thing is. Like, we still don't know what's wrong with it, right?
Okay.
But she was like, when it's like kind of dead on the top, but alive and strong at the bottom, that's this type of thing, right?
Alive and strong. So are you talking about dead on the top, like the topical crust of the toenail?
No, like...
But like the mantle's alive?
From the base of the toenail growing up, right?
Uh-huh.
Like about halfway up, it's just like not around anymore.
Okay.
It just kind of goes like, oh, I've lived my life. And it dies, right?
I'm dead.
But the bottom is still like the nice, clear, strong nail color, right?
Okay.
So it's growing out of my toe strong, and then it, ages like a housefly and dies before it reaches the end, right?
Okay. There's like some weird like time rift around your toe, like halfway through your big toe.
Maybe.
Things age faster.
So she's like, but there's a home remedy for this. And I was like,
okay.
Well, what is it? And she goes, I need you to go to CVS. She's like, and I need you to buy brown Listerine.
Brown Listerine?
Okay, don't be like Stu right now, where he goes, there's only blue and green.
Well, I use purple.
Okay, well, that's fine, too. But you've never seen, like, brown Listerine? I know you've seen it.
Listerine.
Or amber Listerine, whatever you want to call it.
Like yellowish. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's brown. It's like like a whiskey color, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody knows that is the worst one. That's like the one that kicks your ass.
Okay.
Listerine is not the same between all the colors.
Yeah.
There's like a scale.
So the blue and green are just like different kinds of mint, right?
Yeah, but some of them, like I think the blue one burns worse.
What is the difference between all the Listerines? Because purple doesn't really burn much at all.
I know. And it's like you go down to the brown and it's just fucking like your mouth is aflame, right?
Go down to the brown.
So I was like, okay, I'll buy that one. And that makes sense because it's the worst one, right?
Okay.
So I went to CVS and I bought mouthwash for my toe.
Toe wash.
And that's all I had to say about that. I've actually been using it, and it actually is doing good things. It's kind of weird.
Do you have your toe gargle? Like, what do you do?
I have, like, a little bowl, and I just kind of, like, dip a toe in there for 30 minutes a day.
Stunk a little toe in the Listerine.
And my dad came up with the best idea. He goes, why don't you just get, like, a shot glass, and then you just, like, boop. I was like, that's actually not a bad idea. I would use so much less mouthwash.
You could just use, like, the Listerine cap, right?
I mean, that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, just uncap it and dunk the toe in.
Might as well. I mean, it's not like anyone's going to be using that for their mouth, hopefully, so.
Hopefully not.
But yeah, so that's the thing I'm doing. Mouthwash on my foot.
That's exciting. Well, I hope it works out for you, and I'm excited to hear your results.
Okay.
Well, I guess in the vein of nails, do you know what I've been doing lately?
What have you been doing lately?
I went down the YouTube rabbit hole of manicures.
Okay.
You know how there's just like different layers of YouTube for everything?
Everything, yes.
Everything. Like I typically exist on like crafty YouTube, so like I'm looking at paper crafts and like wood and stuff. Okay. And I've recently been trying to stop biting my nails, so I usually when I go like get a manicure at the salon, I do what's called Next Gen, where like it's basically like an enamel powder coating that they put on your nails for you.
Yeah, and it's like the best stuff there is.
It's so strong and so good. And I recently, through Googling, found out that they sell those powders in like kits, so you can do them yourself at home.
Okay.
Which is amazing. So I went down the manicure YouTube rabbit hole, and I found a company I trust and bought some manicure stuff, and I am now on my second home next gen manicure, and it is working out super awesome.
Nice.
So I'm happy with it. But mostly I'm just obsessed with manicure YouTube now, because I have people on there that do some wild ass shit. Like they're doing ombre nails that like fade from like vertical fades, like from your thumb across your pinky, you know? So It looks like you have a spectrum on your nails. And there's like ladies who are putting like stuff in their nails, like not gemstones, because you know how sometimes you'll see people like press gemstones on their nails and it looks nice and cool and fancy. Yeah. These people are putting in like little toys on their nails and like chains and stuff, just like things that are
I've seen some of these.
They're just too big to be on a nail, and I'm like, what are you doing and why? And I just want to watch the manicures. I just want to watch them happen.
Have you seen the people that do like foot long nails, like 12-inch nails, and they're like, just what like,
are you doing?
I don't know why.
Sometimes they'll like paint the nail itself, because it's not a nail. It's like it's stuff, you know. It's like an acrylic sheet, and then they'll like paint that separately and then attach it to the nail and then clip it off, and it looks unwieldy, and I can't imagine just walking around as Wolverine all the time like that. But
I saw one where this lady did it was like little funnels, so she made like nails with like space inside, and she basically did like disco like platform shoes with like the little fish in there, you know?
Oh yes.
Not with like real fish, but like
right.
Yeah, she like filled it with water and like little fake fish, and had like water and fish inside these thick ass nails.
It's so wild.
And it was like, why?
Yeah.
Because this is going to last, what, a week tops?
Yeah, and then you got to do your next manicure video, so you have to take it off anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so manicure YouTube is fucking wild. And like I found some that are just like nice and soothing to listen to, like people with good relaxing voices. It's almost ASMR, you know? Just like put it on in the background while I'm trying to fall asleep. Okay. But yeah, manicure YouTube is fucking wild, and I recommend that like any listener who hasn't been to manicure YouTube, go ahead and Google it, because
I will check it out later.
Boy, howdy, they got some wild things happening there.
But because you said companies you trust, I learned an interesting factoid I'd like to tell you about.
Tell me.
With Amazon.
Okay.
Did you know that their turnover rate is 150%?
How does that happen?
So for every 10 people they bring in, 15 people walk out the door.
So like they're bleeding employees right now?
Yeah. So
wow.
coming soon, they may not have people to work for them.
Okay.
Like it like might be coming towards a crash right now unless they figure something else out.
The whole economy is coming towards a crash right now unless they figure something else out. Like the amount of people that have realized that retail is no longer the place to be after the pandemic, and restaurants are no longer the place to be. Like there's a lot of companies that are hiring in now because, I mean, corporations lost a lot of people because they're having to stay home to care for children now because daycares have closed and all that. And so yeah, there's like more companies that are hiring people that don't have college educations. They're like, okay, we're just going to take high school diplomas now. And all the retail people who weren't able to get corporate jobs before can now get them, which is great because they're getting paid better. But
exactly.
Like now we don't have any retail workers, and now a bunch of people that were in the office are out of work. But unemployment is also at an all-time high for the amount of benefits that they're getting. So yeah, the economy's in a weird place right now.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I was thinking about that the other day because we went to a restaurant for Father's Day, and my parents were like, there's like no staff here. And I was like, let me tell you about what's happening with the economy.
Dude, yeah, because we went out last night. I saw some family for the first time in a while, and I was like, we can eat. There were 2 waiters.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it took us 15 minutes to get a drink, right?
Yeah.
And then they released the food in the order that we ordered it. So by the time the second person out of the 4 of us got food, the first person was done eating.
Oh, my God.
And then we still had to wait for like 3 more dishes to come out, you know?
That's nuts.
It was a whole thing.
I feel bad because, like, I want to help the economy. So I like go out to restaurants because you want the restaurants to stay open, because a lot of my favorite restaurants fucking closed during COVID. So like I don't want my favorite places to go away. But at the same time,
I know.
I feel bad because I'm there and they're just like, why are you here? It's so busy.
Like, please. Well, see, that's the thing. Where we went was not busy. There were 6 parties there. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't slammed with people. It just was, they didn't know what to do, I guess. And
All
so
right.
then my cousin's like, hey, we're not getting our food. And the guy just goes, okay. So, like, the manager. And he goes, they have a 15-minute ticket window. And she's like, it's been an hour, though.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, okay.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to crack this open in the name of waiters?
Please.
Ooh, whoa.
Nice.
Blowback. Keyboard's wet.
Nice.
Oh, it landed in a little smiley face. How weird.
Oh, cute.
Well, so on the topic of YouTube rabbit holes, YouTube is the whole reason I got into, like, woodworking. And I don't know if I've talked about it a whole lot on the podcast, but I enjoy amateur woodworking, just, like, very simple projects.
Okay.
So I decided to make my dad a bench for Father's Day. And
Okay.
I made a bench previously that has been, like, in my backyard. And it's, like, a decent bench. It's good for, 1 or 2 people to sit on. It's not one that I would take to, like, a woodworking show or anything because it's 7 2x4s. It's just, like, chopped up wood. And it's not... I made a lot of mistakes in it, but that's kind of the thing with new hobbies is, like, you make a lot of mistakes and you learn from them. So I decided the second bench that I built is going to be perfect and I'm going to do it excellent. And I decided to do a lot of different things with this bench for some reason. Like, I stained it and I didn't stain my first one. And I used, like, different screws and I decided to take on more than I should have. And instead of, like, learning from my mistakes on the first bench, I just, like, made new mistakes. But it was fun and I did it. And that's, it came out fine. It's good. My dad likes it. It was a Father's Day present. So that was what was important to me, is that my dad liked it. And I think, honestly, he would like anything I gave him just because he likes to share hobbies with me.
I mean, if it's just him on it, it's probably fine.
It's probably
Just be
fine.
like, this is only for you. Nobody else can sit on it with you.
No, it's definitely a solid bench, and, like, I'm proud of it. It's just, like, staining is so different than painting, and also so different than varnishing. And I didn't know that it was going to be as strange as it was.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever stained wood?
Like, once.
Whenever
We stained a door.
Okay. I thought it would go on similar to paint, like, just sit on top of the wood. But no,
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
you put the brush into the stuff, and, like, it's way thinner than normal liquid for some reason, so it just, like, sucks up into your brush, and then you put it on the wood, and you go to paint it, and it just, like, soaks
It's just
down into
runny.
the wood.
Yeah.
I had, like, it was like a cherry stain, so I had this, like, red liquid all over my hands and arms, and I was splashing it everywhere. I was like, this is a fucking mess, and I look like I've committed a murder. But I finished it, and it looks good, and I'm happy with it. And that's mostly the energy I'm trying to bring to my hobbies in the new year, because, like...
Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's a hobby. It's for you to enjoy and practice with,
It's for funsies.
Yeah.
And that's, like... I have a hard time with that. I think I've talked about this before, where just, like, I need things to be right, and I skip a lot from hobby to hobby because I find that stuff is not right for me, and then I just give up on it.
Yeah.
But, so I'm trying to stick with this and trying to just have the energy that, like, it doesn't need to be correct. It just needs to be fun and finished.
Do you have a picture?
I don't.
I
should have taken a picture
Oh, man.
before I sent it off to my dad, but I can nab one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I've seen the pieces, but not the finished build.
Yeah, I posted a picture to my Twitter just, like, of, like, chopped up 2x4s, because woodworking, I find, is not something that you can take good work in progress pictures of. Like, you just have, like, pieces of wood, and then suddenly you have a single project completed.
Yeah.
There's not like this is almost a bench. It's just like, this is pieces of wood that are just all stuck together at weird angles, and then suddenly, oh, it's a bench now.
All I can picture with you talking about this is the end of The Good Place when she's like learned to build the perfect chair finally.
Yeah.
Like, that's you. You're just like working your way through each thing so that you've learned every little thing. You know?
I would do that for my time in The Good Place.
Yeah.
That would be my existence.
Well, I'm proud of you regardless.
Thank you.
Because I have built no benches, and it sounds terribly hard, so...
It is very hard, especially when it's like 1,000 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So in the way of projects and stuff. I have stuff that I'm having done to my home. We got floors installed a while ago, and now we're on to baseboards.
Okay.
So we got the baseboards done, and they look perfect and good and wonderful. But like we had gotten a quote from the baseboards from this other guy who's just like, so we got 2 quotes because you want to get quotes when you're doing home projects.
Yeah.
And we quoted like a name brand company in the area, and then also just like a regular old handyman who does stuff on the side.
Okay.
And the handyman was cheaper, but the professional guys were able to do it like same day. We were like, oh yeah, let's get it done because we want to get it fucking knocked out.
I mean, you know the whole triangle thing, right?
No.
In any type of home project, there is a triangle, and you can only get 2 of the 3, right?
Okay.
So there's fast, cheap, and quality, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So if you do fast and quality, it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
If you do quality and cheap, won't be fast, you know?
Makes sense.
So there's like this whole thing about that. So they are same day, but what are you going to lose out on? Something's going to go afoul here.
I fucking hope not. I mean, they were pretty reasonable with it. I checked over everything and made sure that it looks good. So as long as my Roomba doesn't run into one at like warp speed or something, I think this should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So the handyman that we quoted him also for a project outside because our fence is kind of falling apart.
Okay.
And our neighbors...
Fences suck.
Yeah, fences I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
We don't have the funds to like get a whole new fence right now because that's like several $1,000s.
I know.
And like everybody on our street is getting one replaced. And what they don't tell you about being a homeowner is that like whenever your neighbors do something, it like affects your property value.
Yeah.
So we're trying to like kind of match the speed that our neighbors are going with their fences because literally everybody around us has gotten their fences replaced. And we're like, God damn it.
Okay.
So the neighbors that are across the alleyway replaced their fence, and they went with a lower fence than they had before. It's like 2 feet lower for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know if they like dropped it from an 8 to a 6 or whatever, but it's low.
Yeah.
And the area that we live in is like kind of on a slant, so our back alley neighbors are a little bit higher than we are.
Okay.
And because of this new height difference, they can see directly into our home.
Okay.
And I don't like that. So we got this handyman, and we're like, we just want like some lattice, you know, for privacy. Just tack some lattice onto the top of the fence.
Okay.
And so we priced this guy like 2 weeks ago now, and he was like, I still have some other projects, so I can't just get started right away, but it'll be like a couple of weeks. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And so the day comes when he's supposed to come out and do like a test piece, and I'm like, okay, then yeah, that's fine. So he'll come out and do a test piece. And then that day he's like, actually, I have another project that I'm trying to do. Can I come out like in 2 days? I'm like, yeah, that's okay. And then that day comes, and he's like, actually, a project I had is still going on, so we need to push it out another day. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. And then he texts again, and he's like, hey, actually, I just have like so much going on. I really need a day off. I'll just come out tomorrow. I'm like, okay, you need to be out tomorrow. Like,
or else
contractors,
I'm done with you.
I don't know where to draw the line with contractors sometimes because like things just happen, you know. You just kind of have to like, it's like you're on the other end of this rope, and they're just like driving a truck that the rope is attached to, and you don't know like when to let go, when to tell them to break. You have no control of the situation.
I feel like they almost thrive on like
chaos,
kind of. So like you like blowing up on them would be like, oh yeah, that's what I need to get motivated, and then they would come out, you know.
Like I told this guy, I was like, you need to come out tomorrow or you can't come out. And he was like, okay, I'll be out there tomorrow. I was like, if he's not here tomorrow, I'm gonna throw hands.
Okay.
I just don't like it. And another thing, so The baseboard guys, they were like a regular old company, but their payment methods, they were like, we do digital payments. So do you do like Zelle or Venmo? And I'm like, yeah, I do Zelle. And they're like, great. And here's the Zelle info. And I was like, okay. And I tried to send them a Zelle. And you can only do like up to $500 at a time if you're not like, I don't know, personally
associated with them.
I guess. I don't know, because I have like family members in my Zelle and I can send them up to like $2,000 at a time.
I think you have to have like sent something to somebody like 5 times. So it's like, oh, you regularly send them stuff, bump up the cap.
Okay, maybe that's it. So I tried Zelle and I was like, I can only send $500 at a time, so I'm not going to like piecemeal it over to you guys. Do you want me to send it via Venmo instead? And they were like, yeah, sure. So I get into Venmo and then I tried to send it. And like, have you ever used Venmo?
Nope.
It's the fucking worst. It is the worst service and I hate them with a fiery passion. So the way it works is like you log into Venmo and the first thing you see is like a payment wall. So it's just like all the people that are in your phone get automatically added as your Venmo friends.
God. Okay.
And you get to see what people have paid other people and what they're paying them for.
No, what? Weird.
Yes, I know. I hate it so much. I don't know why I need to know that Jessica paid Allie like $30 for a custom pair of earrings or something. And it's not even like people that are actively talking to in your phone. Like if I joined it and saw that you and Taylor went out to breakfast or whatever and I don't know, Venmo'd each other money about it. I have no idea. But like it's just people that like I have it. People that I have added at one point to my phone. So people that I'm no longer friends with or people that I like texted once for a service or something, you just get to see their whole payment history. And I'm like, this makes me so uncomfortable. Like there's a way to privatize it, but it's not defaulted. So it's just like default. Everyone sees your business.
Yeah. That's real weird.
It's real weird. And it's not a thing that I can get behind. And so I try to send this Venmo money over. And it doesn't allow me to add him as a friend for whatever reason. I think this was a user error on my part. I don't know. But once I finally got him added in there, I try to send it the money, and it's like, you aren't allowed to because your bank isn't linked. And I go and check my bank info, and the bank info is correct. And I'm like, but it is linked. It's right there. And so I go to troubleshoot, and it's like, have you recently unlinked it? Maybe you need to change it. It just like sends me in circles. So I had to like unlink it and then relink it. But then to relink it, I need to enter my password. And my password with my bank is my fingerprint because I use my fingerprint to get into my phone, and that's how I get into my bank. And it's just, I had to like change my password with the bank, which
that's why I don't do the fingerprint stuff.
I couldn't remember the original password. So I had to like tell the bank like, no, this is really me, I promise. And then I could finally change the password, and then I could get back into Venmo and change the password there. And then I thought I accidentally sent the transaction twice because it did something weird on the screen. And I was like, how much money have I sent you? He's like, I got it. Don't worry. And I'm like, does that mean it's the right amount or I sent you the wrong amount? Anyway, it was a mess. And I don't recommend Venmo. Just don't do it.
That's funny because I was like, see, I prefer PayPal, right?
PayPal's fine. It's easy.
PayPal owns Venmo.
Do they really?
Venmo is a PayPal service.
It's like the Facebook of PayPal. I don't get it. Like, why?
Because I actually thought Venmo was owned by Facebook because I looked it up, and nope, it's owned by PayPal.
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why you would want your transactions out there for other people to snoop through. Like, you can just look at public transactions that are not even in your phone.
Why?
I don't know. You can go see strangers' transactions for some reason.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it's very weird, and I hate it.
Yeah, I like Zelle.
I do too.
Zelle is much better. That's the only one I've ever used.
Yeah, it's the only one I've ever enjoyed.
Well, thank you for the tidbit, because I actually was talking to Stu about Venmo the other day. And he hates it too, because he just said it's very cumbersome.
It is. It's bullshit. It's so circular and not good.
Because his son, they pay their rent through Venmo.
Okay.
Like, they don't even take checks or, like, their own website. Like, it goes through Venmo, which I think is weird.
That is weird.
I think that's real weird. Because, I mean, we do our rent online, but it's, like, through the place, you know?
Yeah, like a third-party service.
Yeah, I don't have, like... I'm not, like, wiring you directly money from me. That's weird, you know?
Yes.
I don't know. But anyway, he was talking about it, and he's like, do you know how to use it? Because I need help. And I was like, I've never looked at it. I don't plan on it. And he's like, well, it sucks. I'm glad that you got everything fixed and paid.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope Lattice Man shows up at some point.
Me too. I'll let you know. I'll keep you informed.
Speaking of Lattice Man, has nothing to do with that, but I watched a movie.
What'd you watch?
I went to see my dad on Father's Day, right?
Okay.
We were hanging out, and he just, like, goes to the TV, he clicks on Disney Plus, and he just, like, turns on Luca. And I'm like,
yeah.
Why are you watching this? He's like, oh, no, it's new. So he just, like, randomly turns it on, and I'm like, well... I just, like, screamed to the house. I was like, Dad's got Luca on. If you want to fucking watch it, let's go. So we all sit down and watch Luca. So fucking bomb. Oh,
good.
my God. It was so good.
I want to see this one.
Like, I knew it would be good. And I didn't have many expectations of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, this is, like, really good. Like, it just worked. You know?
Good.
It wasn't, like... big on, like, some kind of gimmicky premise. I mean, it kind of is, because it's, like, a mermaid dude.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, the kid turns into a merman whenever water touches him, right?
No, he is, like, a fish monster thing.
Oh, okay.
And when he leaves the water, he turns into a person.
Okay.
So he's, like... so technically, he's really the fish thing. But he looks like a human on land.
All right.
And it's like a standard story of like, oh, my parents are doing this to me, so I'm going to like run away, you know?
Yeah.
And it's basically him trying to figure out how to like earn something that he can then leave home with or something.
Okay.
It was fucking super good. And I'm watching it. Do you do the Pixar shorts very much?
Just whenever they're in the movies.
Okay. There's one called La Luna. Do you remember that one?
No.
It's like these 3 generations of people, and they, like, sweep star bits off of the moon kind of thing.
Okay.
It's a really neat short. I was like, this movie looks exactly like that fucking short. And I'm pretty sure the guy that made the La Luna short is the guy that made Luca.
Cool.
This thing doesn't say, but when I find out, I'm going to post it to you guys, because I'm pretty sure that it is. Because one of the big things in that short is... each of the family members have, like, a mustache.
Yeah.
And their brooms that they sweep with, like, mirror that mustache, you know?
Nice.
So, like, the kid, there's, like, a kid, his dad, and then his grandpa, right?
Okay.
And so the grandpa has, like, a mop because his beard is, like, really long, right?
Okay.
And then the dad has, like, a push broom because he has, like, a standard old push broom mustache.
Perfect.
And then the little kid has no facial hair, so he just has, like, a little scooper, you know?
I like that.
And the dad in this movie looks like the dad from La Luna, and at one point there is a lady who is, like, telling a story to all the kids, and she has this fake mustache, and she has a broom that mirrors it. So it's like, this has to be based from the same dude.
Yeah, that's
like,
too many references.
Yeah, this guy had to have done it. And boom, right there. There it is. It actually is the same director.
Nice.
Wow. Cool. Like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. But definitely watch it, because it is also free on Disney Plus. It does not cost any money.
Disney, they need to release more movies like this. Yeah. Just free-ass movies. I don't want to pay $30 anymore.
Man, it's just good. Like, I would buy this one, I think, whenever it comes out.
Yeah, I bet they're going to design a pretty steelbook about it.
I think not. Don't even get me started right now.
Okay.
I feel like whoever was designing steelbooks at the time, like, quit. And now somebody else has stepped in to, like, design steelbooks.
Boo.
Because every steelbook that comes out now is just, like, plain white with, like, a single graphic on it. And they're boring and they're plain. Like, if I were to tell you a Shrek steelbook was coming out. You like Shrek?
I like Shrek.
What would you picture from a Shrek steelbook?
I would want it to be, like, his house in the swamp, like colorful green.
Okay, it's just white with a picture of him and Donkey, and then the back of it is just the sign that says, like, keep out or something.
Okay, that's
now
stupid.
when you open it, it's colorful and stuff, but the outside is just plain white.
That's dumb. Maybe that's what they're going for. Like, it's plain
I think
on
they're
the
all
outside
shooting for
and...
this, like, minimalistic style right now.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Because the Indiana Jones movies just came out on Steelbook and stuff.
Yeah.
What would you do for Indiana Jones?
To have, like, the boulder, right?
I picture, like, a brown.
Yeah.
Like his hat or, like, satchel bags. Like, you know, this, like, brown explorer
like a
color.
cinnamon. Yeah, cinnamon explorer.
It's white with a picture of him in red. Like, this
That's
doesn't
dumb.
spell this stuff. And all of them that are coming out, like, I have wanted no Steelbooks that are coming out. Because the Luca one, here's mine. Because Jose is probably going to listen and he'll dig it. You ready?
Okay.
My Luca Steelbook is the transition from the scales to the flesh when he's changing.
Uh-huh.
And you get those deep purples and turquoises and stuff, like, on the bottom. And then, like, it would rise up to, like, the flesh color on the top. And you get all those colors on the front or something,
Yeah.
right? Colorful. Like, make me go like, ooh, that looks nice.
Make me want it.
But instead, they're going to make it white, and it's going to have a picture of the main kid, and that's it.
Okay, that's dumb.
Like, I imagine that's what they'll do. But you should watch it. We loved it. I did not think it was going to be that great, but it was that great.
Did it make you cry?
Yes, it made me cry.
Okay.
Of course it made me cry. It was so good. Oh, my
Good.
God. It was so good. I mean, pretty sure even my dad was crying.
Really?
Kind of. He was like, that was pretty good. And he usually says he hates every movie, so if he says it's pretty good, he fucking loved it.
Okay.
So he loved it. He just, you know, won't say it was great.
All right. 2 thumbs up from Papa Robert.
Yep. 2 fins, way, way up.
So speaking of movies, I heard the wildest news.
Mm-hmm. Do I get to click
Okay,
this? Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So this involves your homeboy Tom Cruise. Have you heard what
Okay.
he's doing? Like, not related to Mission Impossible, just like related to, I guess, other movies. I'm not clear on what's happening here, but
I don't think I am either.
okay. So I got this article, and I just
Okay.
go ahead and click into the article.
Oh, yeah, I have heard about this.
Okay, so Tom Cruise is going to space
To film a movie, yeah.
to film a movie in
Yeah.
space. And I just don't know where we are as a society right now. I'm excited, but also confused. Like,
Yeah.
how this is what our government money is going towards? Or is it
I mean,
Hollywood money?
I don't know. Well,
Okay,
it
so
says he plans to shoot
backed
in
by-
space with Elon Musk.
Yeah. Backed by NASA and Elon Musk, the good old muskrat.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this movie yet, other than it's going to be on the International Space Station, and the crew is scheduled to begin their expedition on October 5th of this year.
Okay.
It doesn't say exactly when Tom Cruise is going to be up there, but, like, just imagine. I just... you know, growing up, like, astronauts were these big heroes that were like they trained for a very long time to do the thing that they're doing, and
Yeah.
they commit their whole lives to being astronauts, and now it's just like Hollywood boy goes into space backed
Yeah.
by this crazy cryptocurrency nightmare man.
Well, I mean, remember Lance Bass was supposed to be like the first celebrity in space, like,
Yeah.
what, 15 years ago or something?
Whatever happened to Lance Bass in space?
It just
Lance
never
Bass
went
in
anywhere.
space. Why not, though?
I don't know. But I
'Cause he
mean,
did go through apparently cosmonaut training. Isn't
Yeah.
that the Russian version?
I don't know.
Bass was certified by both NASA and the Russian space program after several months of cosmonaut training and planned to join the TMA-1 mission to the International Space Station. However, his financial sponsors backed out and he was denied a seat. That's so sad.
Boo! That's awful.
He could have been the first gay in space. Has there been a gay person in space?
I don't know. I would imagine. I think so, because I think one of the lady astronauts is a lesbian.
Let's see.
I think.
Gay people in space. Out Astronaut is a nonprofit STEM outreach program. Increase of the blah, blah, blah. Okay. Apparently, this is 2012. Who knows? Okay. First openly gay man could soon travel to space. April 1st, 2021.
Okay.
God damn it, it's an April Fool's joke. I fucking hate this.
Boo.
Why would you joke about this? All right.
Maybe we'll just cut all this out since we got bamboozled.
Maybe.
But anyway. Yeah, I had seen like the tiniest little article that he was going to go to space for something. So.
And there's also, this is also kicked off like space race number 2 because now Russia's like, we're going to send an astronaut to space too. We're going to do it first. Or send an actor to space, that is.
Yeah.
So they've chosen a woman. Her name is Yulia Pereslid.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's the same movie or if it's like 2 different movies being filmed at the same time in space on the International Space Station.
I don't know. Oh, we're going to get our scenes done first.
Okay, potential candidates for the female lead needed to be between 20 and 40 years old, a Russian citizen, weighing between 50 kilograms and 70 kilograms, and have a chest girth of up to 112 centimeters.
Okay, very important there.
I have no concept of what 112 centimeters is. It sounds so small. 112 centimeters to inches. Oh, that's 44 inches. That's plenty of chest girth to work with.
Yeah.
God, this is a huge resume. Additionally, she must be able to run 1 kilometer in 3.5 minutes or less, swim 800 meters freestyle in 20 minutes, and dive from a 3-meter springboard with an impressive technique.
Dude,
what is this movie?
Somebody out there can do it all, too.
What's this movie about?
It's about the Olympics being held in space.
Oh my God.
It's the first time a track star has to go to space and run the space track.
Space track, coast to coast.
That's hilarious.
It's a space drama.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. I will go see this movie, knowing that it was filmed in space.
SpaceX has to give us.
I mean, if they film the Earth, then everybody will be in the movie. And don't you want to be in the movie?
Yeah. Speaking of acronyms like that, old SpaceX and letters flying all about, I have some weird update news for you on my TV.
Oh, okay.
So I will be going to see F9, so Fast and the Furious 9 this weekend.
Yes.
I have yet to watch Part 8. So I have to watch it before I can go.
Gotta do it.
I go to watch it last night, and I put it on my Samsung TV, start to watch it, and it's like director commentary.
Oh, no.
Like, out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, that's weird. Change audio tracks. I'm trying to, like, change the track that it's picking up, right?
Yeah.
There's, like, no option to change that. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to a different Fast and the Furious movie that I've already watched, right?
Yeah.
Turn it on. It's the director's commentary. And I'm like, where did this director commentary come from? It didn't happen when I watched it the first time.
Okay.
So I was like, why is it here now? So I spend like an hour trying to look it up. And it turns out Samsung TVs don't support the audio track that those movies had.
What? What?
So what do you know about different audio tracks?
Nothing at all.
So there's like Dolby Digital, there's DTS, there's Dolby Pro Logic. There's just different names for different tracks of 5.1 surround sound and all that stuff, right?
Okay.
Well, DTS is a very common one. It's called like Digital Theater Sound or something.
All right.
And apparently Samsung stopped supporting that type of track. So
Why?
on my hard drive, nobody knows. That's the problem. Like,
okay.
Like Taylor couldn't get her head around it. She's like, but why? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, is there a benefit? Does it cost them less money? Are they saving money by this? And it's like, I don't know. That's like saying, your phone can't support JPEGs now. Like, there's no reason that it shouldn't support JPEGs. They just decided we're not going to.
Okay.
We want you to use PNGs only. So unless you get a picture that's a PNG, the picture won't show up on your phone, right?
Okay.
So this audio track doesn't work. And it will never work. So I was going to buy a new big-ass brand new Samsung TV at Black Friday to replace my OLED in the game room.
But now you know that this issue exists.
Yeah, I may not be buying it now.
Fuck.
Because I can't watch certain movies from my hard drive now.
That's so weird.
Because they will never fix it. Like, most of the forums were like 5 years old of them going
What?
like, why is this a thing? And they're like, 4 years on, still no fix.
Ridiculous.
But apparently, the new OLEDs, like LG, they aren't supporting this format anymore.
What is with this format?
I don't know, because it's actually a very common format.
How bizarre.
So, I don't know. But now, I have to watch the movie either on my tablet or on the computer to make it easier to watch it now.
Yeah.
And I hate it, and it makes me sad.
I'm sorry. That's so weird.
Because if I put it on my OLED that I have now, it works fine. And I actually put it on there last night, and I could swap between the real track and the director commentary track.
What the fuck?
And most of these people are like, well, just convert it to a different file type, and then it uses a different this, or load it to a server that you run off of your own computer, and then stream it to this thing.
No.
And there's all these like super hard things. I'm like, why can't I just plug it in and watch it?
Yeah.
I don't want to do the hard shit.
That's so weird.
So, I am just bothered by that, and I don't know what the deal is. So yeah, I may be like rethinking my whole TV buying scenario in life now.
Okay.
And I just thought it was weird that a TV can just decide, we don't work with that now.
Yeah, that's so strange, and they just like don't care to have any like people look into why.
Well, because like they don't do Dolby Vision. Do you know what Dolby Vision is?
I mean, I assume it's the picture.
It's a certain type of high dynamic range, the HDR coloring and stuff.
Okay, some good old acronyms.
So Dolby are the people that like created like 5.1 surround sound. That's like the standard, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have now created like a picture format. So they devised Dolby Vision, which is their version of HDR coloring, and that's widely considered like the standard. That's like the one that you should try to use.
Right.
Samsung doesn't support that.
Why? Did they have a fight? Did Dolby and Samsung have a falling out?
I don't know, but they like do not use it. And every year people are like, I would buy your TV if you would just put Dolby Vision in it. And they're like, this year, no Dolby Vision still, because we don't give a shit.
It's got to be something personal. There's no reason
I think
that
so.
this shouldn't happen.
Like, I didn't realize how much of a discrepancy there was in TV brands and just a standard media format all the way through.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
That's so strange.
And I also don't know what to say about this. I was looking something up yesterday. I don't have really anything more to tell you.
Okay.
But Kelsey,
Robert?
do you know what the show Squidbillies is?
Yeah.
Do you like that show?
I remember enjoying it when I was a young teen watching Adult Swim.
Okay. It's still on.
Still?
It never ended.
How long has this show been going?
12 seasons.
What?
It's still a show. Season 12, like, just started.
How? I feel like there are like 4 people who watch this show.
That killed me. Because I was like, oh, I had like seasons 1 through 3 on DVD back in the day. Like, I want to watch the rest of that show. I can't, because it's still coming out.
Oh my
It's still
God.
a current... That is current television.
How many episodes do they have?
It wasn't like too many.
They have like little 11-minute episodes, right?
I think they're 20-minute ones.
Wow.
Squidbillies, 12 seasons, 123 shows.
Good God. When will it end?
They are 11 minutes, but there are some that are a full 22.
Okay.
But just, it's been on since October 16th, 2005.
Unbelievable.
I really thought I was going to look this up and it was going to be like, yeah, it lasted like 4 seasons.
Yeah, I thought maybe it got 3.
Yeah, and then I look it up and it's all like, oh, well, the new season starts tomorrow.
What the fuck?
I'm like, what? Now, each season, so this past season that just ended, season 12, was 9 episodes long.
Okay, so they're not like...
It's not a lot.
There's not a whole lot of it, but it's still going on way longer than I thought.
The fact is, it's a current TV show. If you were to say, what shows air on TV currently, that's a show you can say. I have nothing else to say about that.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Other than, what? And why?
Yeah.
I mean, I like this show, but why?
I'm going to have to watch it again and see if it still holds up.
It's fucking dumb. I remember, like, feeling dumb.
Yeah.
When I would, like, binge the show.
Yeah, I agree.
But I remember it being really funny, so I would like to watch it again.
It's got a good cast. I mean, there's a lot of people in this TV show.
Yeah.
T-Pain made a guest appearance.
And then, look at this. Artists who have performed versions of the theme song. The B-52s did a version.
That. There's like 20... There's like 50 artists in here. Nico Case apparently did it. William Shatner?
You said T-Pain. Weird Al did a version, apparently.
Leonard Skinner.
I guess the show is a lot more widely loved than I thought.
Yeah.
Because I really thought this was not something people liked.
I thought this was like a niche show that nobody would remember.
Yeah. And according to this, where did I just see that? It's on HBO Max. So I guess if you have HBO Max, you can crank out all 12 seasons.
Well, hell yeah. That's going to be my next project.
Oh, man. Well, you'll have to let me know what you think. Because I bet you make it 2 seasons in and go, yeah, I'm not subjecting myself to this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, season 13 has been renewed. Like, that's going to happen.
Way to go, Squidbillies.
Okay, so hang on. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, because that's the show that everybody, like, associates with this brand of television, right?
Yeah, are they still going? I don't think they're still going.
No. What? It ran for 15 years.
15 years?
It ran for 11 seasons, 139 shows, from December 30th, 2000 to August 30th, 2015.
That's so much more recent than I thought it was on.
Yeah, I thought this ended, like, before I graduated high school. It ran for 8 more years.
They had that movie in, like, 2007. I was like, that was the end. And no, it wasn't.
You know, I've never seen this show, though.
Ever?
I've never seen one.
There's, like, one episode in my brain that I will show to you because it will knock you on your ass. It's like, it's a Halloween episode, and I think about it every fucking day.
That's really funny. Like, I need a list of Adult Swim shows, and I need to be like, how much of this is relevant to society today? Because apparently a lot of it is. Because, see, I remember the show Home Movies that I didn't really watch.
Yes, I loved Home Movies.
And so it ran for like 3 years. That's about standard. That's kind of what I figured every Adult Swim show would have done.
Right.
Because I know that this show, The Venture Brothers, hang on. I have seen some of that. I actually do really like that show. I think that's still going. No, even that has ended. And I feel like that was like the most popular one.
Wow.
What? Squidbillies outlived The Venture Brothers? What is this world?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Now, I know Robot Chicken is still going on. And that's fine with me. That can live forever.
Yeah, that will continue to have new material to be relevant by.
It started in 2005, still going.
Okay.
Like, finding this kind of stuff out makes me want cable just so I can watch Adult Swim at night. and see what's going on.
I've been scrolling through the list of Aqua Teen Hunger Force episodes article on Wikipedia here, and I remember like all of these episodes. Actually, they're all so good. I'm unlocking memories I forgot that I had.
I'm gonna have to acquire all these shows because I like all of these.
I think this one will hold up. I think this is still a good show.
Like, what's the
Moon and Knights? I had a Moon and Knight wristband that I forgot about. Moon and Knights are so cute. Oh my god, I wore this wristband for the entirety of high school.
That's funny. Adult Swim. What's the heavy metal show?
Shit. It's
Metalocalypse.
Metalocalypse. Yes.
4 seasons. See, like hardly any time at all. That sounds right. Like that seems accurate. I just don't understand these shows that are like defying. Some of these shows lasted longer than King of the Hill, okay?
Yeah, that hurts my soul. King of the Hill should still be on.
Like, that's what bothers me, I think. It's like there's good shows that didn't even last this long.
Yeah.
Not saying these shows are bad, because they gotta be good for something, you know?
Right.
But yes, I think I had mentioned Squidbillies to you one day for something, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna look that up, because I want to see how many shows there are, so I know how much to catch up on. And it was still happening. God. And I couldn't believe, and I didn't think I was going to uncover all of this live on the show.
This is hot journalism.
I can't with this, and I need more Adult Swim stuff in my life, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you ready to turn off this TV?
Yes. It needs to end. Hey guys, please tell your friends about us. Help us grow this audience. If you have a friend that is still watching Squidbillies and you're like, dude, these dumbos didn't know, well, you need to educate them. Why don't you go to their phone, subscribe them to us so they can be listening and know all the other things we need to know about. They're probably some like Adult Swim super fans, and we need them to be part of us, okay? We release a show weekly, every Monday. Every single Monday. We will last as long as these Adult Swim shows, for sure. If you have a second to rate and review us, please go out and do that on Apple Podcasts. That is the metric, the shining star to be held up to. If you could go out there and give us a good review, that would help us out so much.
While you're out there giving us a rating, you can find us and friend us on each and every social media. We are at YMBToAP on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We just streamed, this is like 2 weeks ago now that we've just streamed The First Tree on Twitch. That's up on YouTube if you want to be real sad. If you want to go have a good fucking cry, because that was a rough stream, you guys, that we weren't expecting to be so rough.
Deleted that immediately upon completion.
That was a emotionally tough game.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys, for joining us out there as we streamed that. Let us know next month what you want to see from us. If you want another long-form game, or if you want another short, cute indie game. We promise to get a cute one next time.
Yeah.
It's less depressing. A big thank you to our patrons for helping us keep the lights on here at YMBToAP. If you like what we do and you want us to keep on doing it, please consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get a $2 tier or a $5 tier. You get some access to secret mini episodes. You get access to our Discord community, which is a bunch of friends having a good time all day, all night, each and every day of the week. You can also get access to our YouTube, which is long form videos where we review a new thing every month. Last month that we just published was Steven Universe, which was a good time.
I have been all obsessed about it all over again.
I cannot wait to do our patron exclusive event this next month, because Robert, you've been planning this one for months now. Do you want to tell the people about it?
God, probably. I probably came up with this theory like 8 months ago.
Yeah,
it's been a long time. I'm very
since we started
excited
doing Patreon.
Pretty much. We need to pretty much hold. I think we need to do like a little survey, figure out what time works for everybody. But the plan is get everybody who is in the Patreon, part of the Zeitgeist, get us all together in one spot, and we are going to watch the Steven Universe movie together.
Yes.
It works on your computer, it works on your phone. You don't need anything special to be able to do this. If you are in the Zeitgeist thing, it can be shared out to you. I've already tried to test it. So If you don't have access to a computer at the time, you're out doing something else, but you still want to watch it, your phone works just fine.
Yes, indeed.
And I really wish that I could see everybody when we do it, because I know there's going to be a lot of tears, a lot of crying. I want to watch everybody cry.
I'm definitely going to share my webcam during it. So if anybody else wants to get prettied up and get their faces on, let's do that together. And keep in mind, this is exclusively for the Zeitgeist tier, which is the $5 tier. If you're a current patron and you're like, oh, I want to get in on that action, and you are not in the Zeitgeist, go ahead and bump up your membership now, and feel free to bump it back down after the month is over if you so choose.
Yeah, you get a nice little movie.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions for us, future topics, things you want to talk about, if you want to just say hi, if you want to tell us that we're doing a terrible job and you really, really hate this podcast, and yet you've made it into episode 122 and you're at the end of the episode, if you hate us that much, you can email us at YMBToAP@gmail.com. We want that listener mail. We want it, guys. Send it on through.
And don't forget, our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. Show him some love, as we're showing everybody love in this wonderful Pride Month. And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question: how does Adult Swim have these unending shows?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
But it's like, oh wait, I just unchecked this.
Creepy monkey laugh.
That was easy. Yeah, me and Taylor do that a lot for some. I don't know what we watched that was a part of it, but we fucking laugh like that. It's weird. Like, we'll both just do it to each other, and it's just this little like symphony of just like that sound going back and forth.
Creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.